Hello, my name is Philip Quick. I'm the owner of the Hamtramck Librarians of the Loafers Champions Fantasy Football League 2014, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Wednesdays with Wally. Wally couldn't be here tonight, and it's actually sort of a funny story. We were all set to go yesterday. It's actually Friday morning as I look at the clock. We were all set to go Wednesday night. We had a little technical difficulty. Some personal stuff came up. Some more stuff came up. I couldn't make it. Wally was at the studio. We couldn't record. And who thunk it? He took his admonition to go to Disney World last week. He took it seriously, so he had to catch a plane out of town today. So he can't be with us tonight. Congratulations to all the winners this week. I look forward to the Bench Warmer All-Stars in a few weeks. I was listening to the podcast today, and I have to agree with the commission's email. It was an embarrassment. I was sickened by it. But no, seriously, I do know how hard it is for these guys to do this every week. Well, they missed several weeks, but let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. They put a lot of time and energy into it. It takes a lot of time, and I appreciate that. I do want to say, on a slightly more personal note, some of you might know that Stephen, the commish, is my nephew. And last week, or this week on the podcast, we were talking a little bit about how crushed you are, devastated you are that your playoff dreams were ended last week. And I just want to say, well, fuck you, Steve. I'm glad I was the guy to crush your playoff spirits. You pissed on me for 15 weeks of this league in your podcast. Where's the numbers here? You picked my team 6 times in 19 games. That's less than a third of the time. So, you didn't, you dissed me and I had to teach you the hard way. I'm glad that I'm the person who did it. I'm glad I could kick your ass out of the playoffs and let that be a lesson to you. Cosmos this week, I beat them 3 games. They're coming back for a 4th beating. Dave, I'm sorry. This is the time of the year. This is when experience, know-how, confidence, aggressiveness. This is when these kinds of traits come in handy, Dave. I don't think you can handle at this level of play. If this season's any indication, every time you were right there, you got slapped down. I don't really think you can play the big boys. The Librarians, on the other hand, we've come through every fucking week. Week in and week out. Big play, big player, good waiver decision. The commission calls it luck. He's 2-12 or something, or whatever the hell his piss poor record is. But anyway, Dave, you just can't. When the pressure's on, the cream rises to the top, if that's the correct analogy. So this is it. You got one more week. I noticed you're making a lot of late-minute waiver changes, a lot of shit. It's a sign of a desperate owner. You picked up some clown, played him as a second running back. He got 9 points today, but Bell and Crowell are going to have huge games. Cobb is coming back. It's just going to be, your team's hurting. You got a lot of big stars out. It's just not in the cards for you this year. Sorry about that. 3rd place isn't bad. And next week we'll move on to the championship. This should be exciting. Who would have thought it? So anyway, that's about all we have for tonight on Wednesdays with Wally. And we'll see you next week. Have some fun on the gridiron. Bye-bye.